Hello guys and welcome back to a brand new match preview here on the channel. My name is James and today we're going to go ahead and sit down and talk to you guys about Reading's upcoming fixture away against Leyton Orient. That's right, the Royals are back in action in the league and will be on their travels after a couple of weeks at the Select Car Leasing Stadium as we take on Leyton Orient in what is an absolutely massive fixture. Last week Reading played Stockport and were beaten by 3-1, but this week I would say is a much tougher test. Leyton Orient are the most informed side in League One at the moment and are on an absolutely incredible run of 9 games unbeaten in the league. Them 9 games unbeaten in the league included a run where they saw 7 wins out of 8 and have seen them pick up 13 points out of their last 15 at home. Now them 13 points include wins in their last 3 matches at home against Shrewsbury, Cambridge and Crawley. 3 teams that currently occupy the bottom 4, but you can only beat what's in front of you, and that might be something if you're a Reading fan that you look for something as a little bit of a positive that yep, they've beaten these bottom sides and we're one of the top sides at the moment. But if I'm being completely honest, this is going to be a really tough test for Noel Hunt's side. Reading struggle on the road as it is anyway, and against this Leyton Orient side that's already beaten Reading this season when Ruben Celis was in charge. They were the first team to beat Reading this year, and we were actually the first team that Leyton Orient picked 3 points up against this year. It's going to be a really tough test. Now Leyton Orient, when you look at their strengths and weaknesses on who scored, actually a team that has no weaknesses according to the site. Their strengths though are plenty, and that's defending set pieces, shooting from direct free kicks, attacking down the wings, protecting the lead and stealing the ball from the opposition. In terms of the style of play that Richie Wellens has got them playing is control the game in the opposition's half, and they have a consistent first 11. I've got to say, for me, Richie Wellens is one of the best managers in the league, and I would have absolutely loved Reading to pick him up as our boss when we first got relegated down to League One when he got promoted with Leyton Orient, but obviously with budget restraints and obviously Leyton Orient being probably a more attractive job at the moment, Richie Wellens stayed at the O's and for me is continuing to do a fantastic job. Now Reading actually have Charlie Wellens on their book, so look, if Richie wants to come over, have a bit of a father-son relationship more, come over to Reading and maybe take the job, but look, I think he's a fantastic manager. I'm going to touch on that and say, look, Leyton Orient have had fantastic success with him at the helm so far. Now, in terms of the future of Leyton Orient, they've actually just made a signing today. It's Wednesday today. It was Azim Abdullahi who has signed on a 2.5-year deal from Swansea City. That is a permanent acquisition, something that Reading fans would absolutely love to have in this January transfer window. But with our current owner and the embargo, Reading will go another transfer window without a permanent signing from a club. In terms of Leyton Orient's top goal scorers so far for this year, Charlie Kelman is the man who sits atop of that. 7 goals in the league so far for him, and there's multiple players that currently sit just behind him on 4 goals, one of them including Dan Agayi. Now, in terms of the best players for Leyton Orient so far this year, according to Who Scored, Jack Curry is one of the players that is up there. The left back is on loan from Oxford United, formerly of AFC Wimbledon. He's again another player that I would have loved Reading to pick up in the summer. So I thought he had a really impressive season last year at Wimbledon, but he went to Oxford and was then loaned out to Leyton Orient. And yeah, has found a decent home with the O's. In terms of the Reading side of this preview, well, 3 of the players that just came back from injury recently were in action for Reading's under-21 side on Tuesday. Reading's youth side took on Valencia's youth team at the Select Car Leasing Stadium, where we drew 1-1 thanks to a goal from Jaden Wareham. Jarrell Dorset, Michael Craig and Kelvin Abrafa were all in the team for that game, so we could potentially see the inclusions of them in this game. Last time out against Stockport, I thought the wing-backs for Reading were particularly poor, that being Tivonge Rashisha and Abraham Kanu. So for me, I would love to see an actual wing-back play in the correct position, so maybe a Kelvin Abrafa slotting in at right back while we see Michael Craig in the defensive midfield position, which then will allow Lewis Wing to push up further up the pitch. I don't know. I'd love to see Kelvin Ehibachaman as well involved in this fixture. Him playing at left wing and Chem Campbell playing at right wing, for me, are the 2 best wingers of the club at the moment. Sam Smith up front with them 2 just behind is the best attacking threat Reading can carry going forward. For me, in the midfield, I'd love to see Harvey Nibbs, Lewis Wing and Michael Craig make up that 3. Bring Charlie Savage on a little bit later. He possesses a lot of energy, but a lack of creative threat. For me, Savage is fantastic when it comes to long-range shots, but bar that, the effort's always there, but the creative side never really is. In terms of the wing backs, look, if Yildirim's fit, play Yildirim, but I don't think he's going to be there for a little while. But in terms of who I'd like to play for this game, like I said, Kelvin Abrafa slotting in at right back, and it's probably going to have to be Jarrell Dorset playing at left back. In terms of the centre backs, Tyler Bindon and Harley Dean will be the two players for me. Look, I think again, I don't think they did a bad job against Stockport. I thought look, the whole team was really particularly poor, but them two did a decent job with what they were given. And finally, Joel Pereira will be the man between the sticks. Thought he had a pretty poor game against Stockport, if I'm being completely honest. But hey, look, everybody's going to have them. It's not going to be a perfect outing every time for Reading. And yeah, look, there's a lot of football to be played for the rest of the season. And hopefully we can go ahead and pick ourselves up after a bit of a downer week after getting beat by Stockport. That's going to be it for this video today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. My name's been James, and we'll hope to see you all again very soon. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.